When people think of Nazi Germany, they think of one man, Adolf Hitler, but systems like this are never built alone. Behind him was a group of powerful individuals, each controlling a different part of the system, not just officials, people with ambition, loyalty, fear, and contradictions. Nazi Germany was not a simple government. It was a system of overlapping power. Different leaders controlled different areas such as military, propaganda, security, administration, and industry. Many of these leaders competed with each other for influence, and that competition often pushed decisions faster and further. They didn't need full agreement. The system worked because power was spread across roles. Hitler's leadership was unusual. He rarely gave clear written orders. Instead, he set broad goals, and others tried to interpret what he wanted. This created an environment where loyalty was rewarded, initiative was encouraged, and ambiguity created competition. Some described him as distant and controlled. Others saw intense focus, long speeches, and strong conviction. Calm in private, emotional in public. His position at the center meant that even indirect signals could shape major decisions, and this style had consequences. It created a system where decisions could escalate quickly, without clear limits. Hermann Göring was one of the most visible figures. A World War I pilot, he later led the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force. He also played a major role in early economic planning, confident, charismatic, drawn to luxury. While the country moved toward war, he lived surrounded by wealth, collecting art, displaying status. For him, power was not just authority, it was something to be seen. Heinrich Himmler represented a different kind of power, quiet, methodical, focused on structure and control. He led the SS, which expanded into policing, intelligence, and internal security. He built systems, maintained records, enforced discipline. If Göring showed power openly, Himmler built power through organization, less visible, but deeply embedded. Joseph Goebbels understood influence. He controlled propaganda, newspapers, radio, and films. He understood that controlling information could shape how an entire population thinks. Messages were repeated, simplified, and reinforced until they felt normal, even when they were extreme. He didn't control people directly. He influenced how they saw reality. Rudolf Hess was known for loyalty, one of Hitler's closest associates in the early years. But in 1941, he took a dramatic step. He flew alone to Britain on a mission that surprised even his own leadership. It failed, and after that, his influence disappeared, a reminder that loyalty alone does not guarantee lasting power. Martin Bormann rarely appeared in public, but he controlled access to Hitler, who could meet him, what information reached him. In a system like this, control of access became control of decisions. Albert Speer entered as an architect, but during the war, he took control of production, factories, resources, and output. Even under pressure, industrial systems continued to function. His role shows how technical ability can sustain large systems of power. Figures like Reinhard Heydrich played key roles in coordinating policies that led to mass extermination. Each of these men controlled military power, security, information, administration, and industry. They didn't need to agree. The system functioned because each part worked. But these systems did not remain abstract. They were directly connected to widespread violence, persecution, and the Holocaust, affecting millions of lives. These were not identical individuals. They were different personalities, different motivations, ambition, loyalty, belief, opportunity. Some sought power, some sought influence, some adapted to survive. But together, they became part of something larger than themselves. History often focuses on one name, but systems are built by people, by roles, by decisions, by networks. Understanding that does not justify what happened. It explains how it became possible. Because the most important lesson is this: systems like this don't appear suddenly. They are built step by people. And understanding that is how history stops repeating itself. And that is why understanding systems like this still matters today.